Hey there guys, I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor, and welcome back to another tutorial where we're going to transform this jewelry box into this beautifully ornate, vintage inspired design. We'll be going over just how easy it is to use and customize iFlex wood molds with plenty more painting tips and tricks thrown in along the way. So if that is something you're interested in learning, guys, please stick around because that's what we're going to be going over today. And if you're new to my channel, please do like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new tutorials. So like I said earlier, we're going to be using a variety of iFlex wood products, including some of their floral molds, as well as this beautiful rose floral decorative trim to redesign this little trinket box. These iFlex wood products are wood composites that when heated with either a heat gun or a blow dryer become flexible, hence the name, allowing you to apply them to a variety of surfaces. As you can see, I'm heating my mold up and then I'm going to start wrapping it around my jewelry box, and I'm going to contour it to the edges here, and then I'm going to tape it in place. I'm taking the time to dry fit this trim to the curves on this trinket box because it's going to make it that much easier when I come back later to glue this trim on. And if I've inspired you today to try any of these Paint Couture or iFlex wood products, I will put a full product description as well as my affiliate link down in the description below. Normally when you're doing trim, you want to cut the edge of each lip at an angle so they butt up against each other, but I'm not going to worry about it here because I'm going to be covering up where these two trim ends come together with another iFlex wood mold later on. So as you can see, I have just taken the time to mark where the trim comes together, and I'm going to warm up this mold, and then I'm going to simply cut it with a pair of kitchen scissors. And as you can see, the little keyhole molding is going to bring that design together nicely. Once your iFlex trim has had time to cool back down, you can remove the tape, and then you'll see that it's contoured now to this design on your jewelry box. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take some iFlex wood glue, some tight bond wood glue. You can use any multi-surface glue of your choice or wood glue, and I'm going to spread an even amount onto the back of this iFlex wood trim. Then I'm going to add my iFlex onto my jewelry box, and I'm going to warm the mold back up and gently press, applying mild pressure until the adhesive begins to set and the iFlex wood product remains in place on its own. And don't be like me, it's preferred to use a wet paintbrush to wipe off any excess glue. And this is what it looked like once we were all done with that step. And I'm just going to continue on with that process to add this little key molding. Sometimes when I'm designing something, I'll have my husband kind of look at it and give me his opinion. And we both agreed the rim on this jewelry box just needed a little something. But as you can see, it's about an inch or so short. But iFlex wood products have about 10% stretch to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this mold up, and then like I said, I'm just simply going to stretch this mold to elongate it so it will be long enough for what I need. Next up, we're going to be adding the iFlex wood products, these floral molds, to the top of the jewelry box. I put a mark here in the middle so I have a reference point for this design. to keep any leftover resin molds that I've created lying around because you never know when you'll be able to use them on a project. We're going to be painting this piece with Paint Couture's Italian Ivory. This is an acrylic mineral paint that has a built-in primer and a top coat, so it is important to stir thoroughly before you begin. And I'm using this round oval brush by Capital Crafts to stipple this product, so that way I make sure to get into all these little grooves in this intricate molding. And I'm going to be adding 2 coats of this Italian Ivory color. Next up, to bring attention to these molds even more, we're going to be doing a little hand painting as well as dry brushing. We'll be using antique gold. This is part of Paint Couture Paint's Luxe Mettalic line of paint. And it's a wonderful, heavily pigmented product. And as you can see to my left, it comes in a variety of colors. I'm going to be using it to paint the key molding as well as the rope trim. I'm also using a dry brushing technique to highlight these little dots of texture that run throughout this trim as well. Dry brushing is where you have very little paint on your brush, and then you gently brush over your design and it will catch on the raised elements, highlighting them and bringing them to the forefront, as you can see here. I'm also going to be painting the top rope trim as well as the lip with this antique gold. And altogether, I'm going to be putting on 2 coats of this antique gold color for this absolutely stunningly vibrant gold metallic sheen. Next up, to bring out this design even more, we're going to be dry brushing with Paint Couture's Rose Gold Metallic Paint. This is part of their original metallic line, and it has actual metal in it, so it is very important to stir thoroughly. The key to dry brushing is not having your paintbrush loaded down with a bunch of paint. So as you can see here, I'm offloading the majority of the paint onto a paper towel before dry brushing on top of this floral design. And to finish off this jewelry box, I'm going to paint the top and the bottom with this antique gold. And to prevent brush strokes and for a nice even finish, you want to make sure to brush your metallic Paint Couture paint in one direction. And here she is, our vintage-inspired trinket box redesign that we created with iFlex wood products, as well as Paint Couture's metallic paint. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm Renee. I am the owner and artist behind Chicly Reclaimed Decor. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I hope I've inspired you to pick up a paintbrush and do a little creating of your very own.